Welcome, welcome. This is a book that I am recommending to every single peep I know. Hello, everybody joining. This is a quick and dirty Periscope. Tap that screen, everybody. Gotta send some love my way because I need your love and I'm giving you love. What's up? I'm here at the Westgate Wellness Center in between patients. Wanted to give you a quick Periscope. Mad love to all of those peeps all around. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I wanted to talk a little bit about anxiety for a moment. Anxiety is something that I have known quite well. The reason why I got into this work, hello, my dear Georgia, from T. Dot. Georgia, U.S. Hello. Welcome, welcome. What up, Kevin? I used to suffer from crippling anxiety to the point where it took me a while to get out of work. And I told myself the second that I, what up, K-Dog? The second that I understand this and I get to a level of understanding with it, I am going to change the world with it. And what I discovered was anxiety simply is a resentment that you're holding on to. Two things, and a distraction from resentment and a distraction from you not being real. Hello, Trina. Looking forward to our session next week. By the way, Dr.Nima.com/are you ready? Fill out that stuff and I will reach out to you to see if you're ready for a truth. So let me repeat. Anxiety happens for one of two reasons. Number one, anxiety is a distraction. If you are telling a lie, if you're not being real, let's say you're cheating on somebody and you don't have an honest, authentic approach, anxiety shows up at the right time to distract you from the lie. It's trying to point you to get real. That's number one reason. Number two, if you're holding on to to rage, if you're holding on to anger and resentment and you are burying it and not dealing with it, rage and resentment are so difficult. Okay, I'm glad you had an aha moment. Rage and resentment are so difficult to deal with on a day-to-day basis that we can't function if we have it in our brain. So what do? We repress it and suppress it. And guess what happens? We create anxiety all of a sudden to distract us from that rage and resentment. So yeah, it is worse in a lot of ways. Anxiety sucks. It is very common. I have figured out how to dissolve it and how to dance with it because it's part of my dark passenger. The dark passenger is a part of us that we hate, we can't stand. And anxiety calls us to get real. It calls us to tell the truth. It calls us to deal with the shit that we're not dealing with. And the more that you run away from the resentment, that thing that you're running away from, the thing that you're not getting real about, that thing that you're resentful for about your past, it's the same thing. Anxiety disorder, I mean, it's a spectrum. It can be one thing or another. If you don't deal with it and learn how to transform your perception and yes, absolutely, we can help. If it all comes down to going after the root cause. Here's what you want to ask. You want to ask some very key questions. Number one, you want to ask why, when did it all begin? Okay, when did it all begin? When did this start to happen? And you'll notice, like one of my clients started to develop anxiety after the death of her mother. So you want to look at the causative factor. If you're somebody who runs away from confrontation your whole life, that rage, that repression has to turn into anxiety, has to turn into some sort of an energy. So it's really important for you to go back to the root cause and find out what the conflicts are. I created the overview method, which is a self-healing tool that helps you transform the perceptions of rage, transform all of those perceptions so you don't have to actually bury them anymore. If you're not sure where it started, we can find out. That's what I go through in a session. I'm doing a workshop in Vancouver at the end of this month. It's wise for you to get looking and finding the underlying root cause. Yes, the at-home kit. Yeah, if you go to the overview method discussion group, you can also get the Overview Method Home Study course, where I will be teaching you how to take all the resentments and the rage and to change that perception. Anxiety is something that I've learned to pay attention to and appreciate, and every single time it's forcing me to getting real and telling the truth. When you get real and you tell the truth, the anxiety dissolves to your next level of fear. And it's there to push you to grow, push you to get real, push you to speak up, push you to ask for help, push you to humble yourself, make you realize you're not better than other people, that you have your problems as well. It can be perceived as a gift. And the second that you see it as a gift, the anxiety transforms. And I want you to read this book. It's called The Upside of Stress. Let me see. Upside of Stress. If you read this book, if your past resentments, yeah, good question. The at-home kit, it actually will. One of the questions of the Overview Method is go back to the earliest memory where you felt that way, and early memories will pop up. Doesn't everyone have some level of anxiety? Good question. Yes, we all require a little bit of anxiety in order to function, in order to inspire us to go to work and to pay bills, and we need something to keep us going. I know in my case, if I didn't have anxiety, I wouldn't hustle so much. Take a look at all of the hustlers, the ones who are killing it. They have a small or sometimes large degree of anxiety. When it goes too far past the pendulum swings way too far, you lose the ability to be able to regulate your own emotions. Well, then these are skills that you're wise to learn how to do. You're wise to learn how to do that. If you go to Dr.Nima.com and you go, are you ready? I will personally reach out to you. Ready to invest in a one-on-one session, a workshop, or perhaps the home study course, which I teach you how to take any resentment that's currently happening, tie it to one happening from your past that could be the source of your anxiety, and learn how to change your perception of it so that you can level up. And the key component to anxiety, to clearing it, is to be of service and be present and serving somebody else. And one of the reasons why I hustle so much, it helps me cope with some of the challenges that I'm going through in the uncertain time. Thank you very much, drnima.com/are you ready. That uncertain time, I'm transitioning into retirement from my chiropractic practice into full-time teacher and speaker. And so there's some challenges and stresses with that. So, hey, Michaela. So one of the greatest gifts that my anxiety gave me is it humbled me. It made me work towards being real and authentic. And all of the videos you see on my YouTube channel, if you go to Nima Ramani on YouTube, it's all born out of anxiety. So anxiety can be a gift, and changing your perception of it. If you just change your perception that anxiety isn't anxiety, it's just excitement, it brings down your level as well. Yes, I'm glad that you saw me speak. That's my dream. My vision is to travel the world and to speak. And it's a scary transition. So anxiety forces me to level up, forces me to go to the gym, forces me to be really authentic and real. Every single time I tell things that are not really true, my anxiety shows up to push me towards being real. So I really thank you. If you can, share this. Go to the Perry Buddy, swipe it over, and share this with all your peeps on Facebook. I would highly recommend it. So number one, anxiety is a distraction from resentment. Wise to go back to when you first noticed where it began and to change your perception of that resentful thing, that person. See how that event or that person served you and served your highest values. Number two, anything that you're not being real of, you're hiding, you're not being real in, anxiety serves as a gift to force you to get real. If you're not telling the truth about your life, then anxiety is a damn good way of forcing you into telling the truth. You're welcome. I really invite you. Get real. What are you not being real about? What is it that what truth are you hiding? What secret are you hiding? If you're hiding a secret, it's wise for you to just tell the truth. And when you tell the truth, the anxiety dissolves so that you can level up to your next level. I hope that you will join me. Go to drnima.com/. And if you don't love yourself, Black Roses I can help you get to that. You go to the overview method as a tool that you can learn how to transform that. Join the overview method discussion group on Facebook to keep the conversation going. Go to over, and I look forward to seeing you at the next perfect time. drnima.com/areyouready. Thank you, Team Victoria. I will personally reach out to everyone, see if you're ready for a session, a one-on-one, or the home study course so that you can learn how to clear your own shit. Love you. I don't know who's C2K2412. Who are you, C2K2412? I'm just curious. Have we met before? Mad love to all of you guys for participating, and I'll see you at the next perfect time.